On Global Television News Express, federal government disburses 45 billion naira to primary healthcare centers. In business, House of Representatives to consult experts on tax reform bills. On the foreign scene, South Africa shuts border crossing with Mozambique over poll unrest. And in sports, Benjamin Mendy wins legal battle against Man City over unpaid wages. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigecomsat. President Bola Tinubu has directed that the national flag must be flown at half-mast throughout the country for 7 days in honor of the departed Army Chief Lieutenant General Taoreed Abiodun Lagbaja. This was contained in a statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume Segun Imoyeson. The directive comes after the demise of the Chief Army Staff, who died after a brief illness. President Bola Tinubu has extended his congratulations to Donald Trump on his re-election as the 47th President of the United States of America. His congratulatory message was conveyed through a statement signed by his Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. President Tinubu expressed his eagerness to strengthen the ties between Nigeria and the United States amid the complex challenges and opportunities of the contemporary world. The presidency has announced the death of Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, the Chief of Army Staff, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, made the announcement in a statement. He says that President Bola Tinubu regrets to announce the passing of Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, who died at the age of 56 in Lagos after a period of illness. President Tinubu expressed his heartfelt condolences to the family and the Nigerian Armed Forces during this difficult time, wishing the late Chief of Army Staff eternal peace. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Patti, has announced that 45 billion naira has been disbursed directly to primary healthcare centers across the country through the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. Patti made this statement in Abuja at the ongoing 3-day Nigeria Health Sector-wide Joint Annual Review, themed "It is for us all," accelerating health sector reforms together. He says the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund 2.0 reform uses equity considerations in distributing financial and human resources to over 8,000 primary healthcare centers through direct facilities. Vice President Kashim Shettima has reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to addressing its nutrition challenges through a community-driven strategy at transforming nutrition outcomes across the 774 local government areas of the country. Shettima, speaking during a meeting with a delegation from the World Bank Group at the Presidential Villa Abuja, presented the N774 initiative, which builds on successful outcomes from the Accelerating Nutrition Results in Nigeria project. The World Bank lauded the N774 initiative strategic framework as a potential model for tackling malnutrition in the country and across the region. The Vice President, while acknowledging the support of the World Bank on numerous nutrition programs across Nigeria, noted that the N774 initiative comes at a crucial time considering the accelerating nutrition results in Nigeria, with it approaching its closeout phase. The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa, has announced that the dualization of the Akure Indire Road is a top priority of his administration. Governor Aiyedatiwa made the statement during his campaign visits to Idaria local government area, where he reassured the people of comprehensive development across the council. Kike Lomo-Okere has details.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa emphasized that the project will significantly enhance transportation, particularly for investors keen on exploring tourism opportunity in Idorin local government area. He says the dualization of the road will commence from Okearo Junction in Akure to lead to Idorin, adding that the contracting documentation is already being done.
It's one of the projects that is on the front burner of this administration, the dualization of Akure to Idorin. That will further ease transportation for everyone who travel into Akure. Don't forget, Akure is the capital city where we have the airport. The moment they fly into the airport, they can move on a very smooth road. Within 15 minutes, they will be in Idorin. That will definitely boost tourism in Idorin.
He stated that his administration is committed to improving critical infrastructure, boosting economic activities, and ensuring the welfare of residents through sustained and strategic investments.
Investors to invest in this, and government will also provide the enabling environment, security-wise and every other amenities that will further boost tourism in Idorin.
During a visit to the palace of Owa of Idorin, High Chief Emmanuel Aladetui, the Odunwo of Idorin Kingdom, commended the governor's various developmental accomplishments across the state. The chief, who pledged the community's full support for the governor, says the community needs attention on healthcare facilities, tourism potential, road network, potable water, and boundaries disputes. At the palace of Oba Olakunle Ogunlowo, the Awosoye of Atosin Idorin, the monarch passionately appealed for proper channelization of Owena Dam to make it more beneficial for local residents and called for revamping of Idorin Golf Course, which has potential to boost tourism and economy. Governor Aiyedatiwa assured the community that the government will consider their request, emphasizing its administration's commitment to developmental projects that will uplift the entire state. From Akure, Kike Lomo-Okere, Global Television News.
Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has appointed Honorable Justice Lekan Adekoye Ogunmoye as acting Chief Judge of the state. This is in furtherance of the powers conferred on the governor by Section 271, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The appointment of Justice Ogunmoye takes effect from November 5th, 2024. He replaces the former Chief Judge, Honorable Justice John Oyewole Adeyeye, who passed on November 4th, 2024. Governor of Ondo State, Lucky Orimisan Aiyedatiwa, has signed into law the supplementary budget for 2024 to meet the new financial commitments of the state government. The supplementary budget of 96,788,100,000 naira, as approved by the State House of Assembly, was signed by the governor at the Executive Council chambers of the Governor's Office in Akure, Ondo State capital. Global Television brings you details.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says the supplementary budget captures the payment of the new minimum wage of 73,000 naira recently approved for workers, as well as the salaries of newly recruited workers across various sectors. He says the supplementary budget reflects the determination of his administration to cater for the welfare of workers and the overall development of the state.
Supplementary bill for 2024 budget, which is appropriation bill that has become law now, supplement to the existing appropriation that we have because of the times that we are in, and also because of other events that's taking place in the course of the year, one of which is the minimum wage that has to be taken care of in the appropriation bill, and other expenditures that were not envisaged at the beginning of the year, that the trend or the happenings in the country are so affected.
Speaking at the event, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, retired Honorable Olamide Oladiji, applauds the leadership style of the governor and the various milestones he has achieved since assumption of office.
They will achieve the implementation. There was need to amend the year 2024 appropriation law to accommodate the minimum wage and other developmental projects across the state. This feat is not unconnected to the desire of the legislation to continually prioritize the welfare of the good people of Ondo State in benefiting and enjoying the dividend of democracy.
The governor also signed into law the bill providing for the expansion of the board of the Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission and the amendment of the Ondo State House of Assembly Service Commission law, saying the new law will ensure inclusivity and better equitable representation from the mandate areas. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
Ondo State Governor and the All Progressives Congress governorship candidate Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his administration will prevent cattle rustling and insecurity in the state to enable farmers go to farm. Aiyedatiwa made this known during the campaign tour to Akure North local government area. Kiki Alamookere has the rest of the story.
One common issue raised by all traditional rulers of Ondo State during the governor's visit to Akure North to solicit their support in the upcoming gubernatorial election is insecurity. At Iluabu community, Governor Aiyedatiwa says his administration will strengthen the operations of Amotekun to check the issues of insecurity and kidnapping on the farmlands.
Measures have been put in place already to prevent this ravaging by cattle through our Amotekun, and we are strengthening their operations the more so that the issue of farm produce being ravaged or consumed by cattle will be the thing of the past.
It therefore warns any criminal element found wanting will face the wrath of the law.
But we try as much as possible in our state to make sure that crime rate is reduced considerably, and in case there's anyone, the security agents will be able to make arrest and prosecute whoever is found wanting.
The traditional rulers have all chewed their weight behind All Progressive Congress governorship aspirants, promising that the forthcoming election will be free and fair. From Akure, Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
The Christian Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter, has urged the governor and the governorship candidate of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, to promote justice, equity, and fairness in all aspects of his governance in the state. The president of the association, Reverend Father Olorunfemi Ologunwa, made the call at a church service to pray for peaceful conduct of Ondo State governorship election. Kiki Alamookere brings us details.
Speaking at the event, the President, Christian Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Chapter, Olorunfemi Ologunwa, urged the governor and the governorship aspirants of All Progressive Congress to address the need of the marginalized and vulnerable people. The clergy further urged the governor to foster economic development, which will create job opportunities and improve living standards.
We, all of us, we urge you, as we aspire for this enviable position in the state, to continue to uphold the principles of integrity, the principles of justice, the principles of compassion.
The clergy further urged the governor to strive and maintain harmony among all citizens, regardless of their religion belief.
As the position you are seeking to acquire, it's not only to govern, just as you said, and you said you promised God. Thank you very much. But to serve the people, ensuring their well-being and prosperity.
In his response, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa pleaded with the brethren to continue to pray and support him in his journey of governing the state.
I'm pleading with my brethren in the Lord, our leaders, church leaders, to continue to pray, to pray for us, to support us in our journey in governing this state. And now that we're also going to election,
The Christian Association of Nigeria Ondo State Chapter reiterated their commitment to pray for leaders who prioritize the welfare of their people. From Akure, Kikelomo Okeri, Global Television News.
You're watching News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When News Express returns, Benjamin Mendy wins legal battle against Man City over unpaid wages. Details of this, as well as business and foreign stories, coming right after this break. Please stay with us. In business, the Bank of Industry has unveiled the disbursement of presidential grants and loans in Bauchi State. The Bauchi State manager of the Bank of Industry, represented by a staff member, Kabiru Saidu, explained during the event that the grants and loans aim to empower 1 million micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, across the 774 local government areas of the country. He says so far, in the ongoing disbursement, some business owners have already benefited from the 50,000 Naira presidential grants in Bauchi and across the country. The Ministers of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, and his Science, Technology and Innovation counterpart, Uche Naji, as well as the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, are expected to appear before House of Representatives Committee on Renewable Energy. The committee, chaired by Afam Ogene, is investigating the utilization of over $2 billion investments and grants for the development of renewable energy sources in Nigeria from 2015 till date. The committee had argued that despite the huge grants and investment in the sector, the power supply in the country has continued to worsen. The House of Representatives has expressed its readiness to engage tax experts to brief it on the implications of the tax reform bills currently before the National Assembly for consideration. The deputy spokesman of the House, Philip Agbese, disclosed this in Abuja. President Bola Tinubu and the Federal Executive Council had recently introduced 4 executive bills aimed at streamlining the tax processes, establishing a unified revenue service, and simplifying financial obligations for businesses and citizens. The reforms resulted from a months-long review of existing tax laws by the Taiwo Oyedele-led committee, which was inaugurated in August 2023. Meanwhile, Senator Alim Dume says the tax reform bill of President Bola Tinubu's administration is dead on arrival, adding that the northern leaders were totally against the bill because it was against the North. He says the northern leaders and people are totally against the bill, especially the value-added tax bill, because it's against the North. Ndume added that President Tinubu should heed the advice of the National Economic and the Northern Governors Forum and withdraw the bills immediately, as the president is supposed to reform governance and not impose tax on Nigerians. On the foreign scene, Donald Trump claimed a magnificent victory over Kamala Harris in the fight for the presidency. As a result, put him on the verge of one of the most stunning comebacks in U.S. political history. The Republican former president addressed a crowd of jubilant supporters, saying America has given them an unprecedented and powerful mandate. Of the 7 crucial swing states, Trump won North Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, and is ahead in Michigan, Nevada, and Arizona.
Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends on this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
South Africa has closed one of its busiest border crossings with Mozambique following violent post-electoral protests in the neighboring country. The protests have led to deadly clashes in several cities following last month's disputed presidential election won by Mozambique's ruling Frelimo party. Authorities say there are reports of vehicles being touched on the Mozambican side of the Lebombo port of entry. South African border agencies say due to these security incidents and in the interest of public safety, the port has been temporarily closed until further notice. In sports, former Manchester City player Benjamin Mendy has won his legal case against the club to recover a significant portion of his unpaid salary, which had been withheld during his trial on rape charges. According to reports, Mendy, who was eventually acquitted, successfully argued for unauthorized deductions from his wages in an employment tribunal. The case centered on City's decision to halt Mendy's £500,000 a month salary in 2021 following his second arrest. Mendy, who joined Manchester City in 2017 for £40 million from Monaco, had been on full pay after his initial arrest in November 2020. Spanish giants Real Madrid have joined in the race for inform Ademola Lookman with the UEFA Champions League holders, hoping to bring the Nigerian to Santiago Bernabeu as a possible replacement for Vinicius Jr. Lookman has been in scintillating form since joining Atlanta from RB Leipzig in 2022 for £9.35 million plus bonuses, amassing 39 goals and providing 23 assists in 90 competitive appearances for the Italian side, and has been linked with a host of top European clubs. As we end the Global News Express, let's take a quick look at some of our top stories. Federal government disburses 45 billion naira to primary healthcare centers. In business, House of Representatives to consult experts in tax reform bills. On the foreign scene, South Africa shuts border crossing with Mozambique over poll unrest. And in sports, we told you Benjamin Mendy wins legal battle against Man City over unpaid wages. That's it on the News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, on StarTimes channel 276, and free to air on Nightcrimsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching, and see you again.